What's up, everybody? It's your girl Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog. I've got a special guest here, a Vidcon Connect. Miss Tasha, please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, my name is Tasha Danielle, and I'm a CPA in Metro Detroit area, and I teach kids financial literacy. So I'm in Detroit and surrounding areas, letting them know how to get this money and how to manage it. And I also just started personally investing in real estate after paying off $80,000 before the age of 30.
Look at that, y'all. She introed herself. Okay, listen. So we met at Vidcon.
Yeah.
Vidcon was very colorful and diverse this year. We enjoyed it. And you're here in Detroit. Now, Detroit has this reputation, all this stuff going on, but you're here giving back in what way?
In the schools with the kids. So everyone says financial literacy is important, but a lot of parents don't understand or know where to start. We're talking about money. The money topic can be very taboo, and they feel like if a parent is struggling with bad credit or with debt, they feel like, how can I talk to my kids about it? Where I am, what I'm doing, what I'm like passion, purpose driven, is actually going into schools and teaching kids the importance of entrepreneurship. If you don't have a job, how to create your own, and managing your money, investing. So that's what I'm doing.
So you're investing in your backyard or somewhere else, like in Detroit?
Yeah, I'm in Detroit schools, and I'm in downriver area schools. So like 15 minutes south of Detroit. So
do you invest in this area?
Financially?
Like, real estate rentals.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I'm forgetting about that piece of it. So, yes, I have 2 rental properties. The first one I bought both of them within the last year. So, one is a duplex that can be turned into a triplex.
Okay.
So, I have a tenant right in there now that's covering all of my mortgage, taxes, water, all of that. And I'm staying on the other side for free. And then working on converting the last unit over, and then I just bought a single family too.
Okay. So do you see yourself investing more in Detroit or other cities, or? So
I want to do specifically Detroit. I want to buy the block. So I'm looking for the team to do that, because I think it's important for us to invest in our communities. We hear gentrification all the time. We hear what's happening in Harlem. We hear what's happening in Brooklyn, like people coming in that don't look like the people that's been there all these years and forcing them out. And I don't want that to happen in Detroit. So I'm looking to, I want to see it come back, not just downtown, which is the current space. I want to see different neighborhoods come back. I want to see the abandoned buildings going. I want to see the liquor stores turn into grocery stores and stuff like that.
So what's your definition of gentrification? Because what I've been telling people on this channel that watch this channel is it's just improving the community. And I think sometimes when we own, improving is great.
Yeah.
But when we rent, improving means higher rent. So I just want to make sure I get your definition of gentrification.
So to me, gentrification means changing the whole community scope and the culture of it. So that can be from ethnicity standpoint or socioeconomic standpoint. So in Detroit, it's more mix of both.
Right. So
where you've historically had African Americans or Latinos, and because it was low cost of living, it wasn't the great areas to live, you're seeing investors come in and kind of raise their rents and push people out. And then they're forced to kind of start over. And that's how I see gentrification, because the culture is not there. And I want to say that, Detroit is Motor City, right? So what happens is when plants and stuff close down, the tax dollars are going. So that's what drives the community down. So now the investments are coming back, tax dollars are coming in, and instead of trying to bridge a gap for the people that's here, they're being forced out to surrounding areas.
For sure. Okay, that I can agree with, because what we saw here is millions of dollars pouring in. Buildings being bought up, Courttown, a lot of investment here. And so I would hope that the people who live here get the benefit, right? So when it comes to education, real estate, why did you choose buy and hold real estate?
Because I want passive income. So I want to get to financial independence, retire early, which is also known as FIRE. And I feel more comfortable doing that with real estate. I know you can do index funds and stuff like that, but I want to own something and really feel like I'm making a difference. By having to say who lives and rents in my properties.
Hey, so Lord of your land. Okay.
Right.
What is the FIRE movement?
So financial independence, retire early is more than likely millennials who are working to replace their full-time income, usually 25 times their salary, which is usually like the $1 million number, so they can retire and pretty much go into what they're passionate about. So I kind of think of like to the baby steps to full-time entrepreneurship, because fire is not all about we're going to sit on the beach and just drink margaritas.
Lamb chops.
So I want to retire early to do what I'm passionate about full-time without having the worry or the pressure of not being able to really manage it on my own.
Right. Okay. I like that definition, because Susie Orman kind of your girl went off on the fire movement. Did you catch it?
That was strategic because she got us riled up talking about her. Millennials, I think it's been a shift from the OGs of the game, like the Susie Ormans and the Dave Ramsey. They're much more conservative. And now when you think personal finance, you have Budgetnista, you have other people who are out here with a different voice.
Yeah.
And so the OGs of the game are trying to come back and grab that voice back. And what better way than to criticize, scare us, and put fear in us?
For sure.
So that's really a lot of it was fear. What are you going to do when this happens? What are you going to do when this happens? Okay, I know a lot of people who retired in their pensions and did their stuff, and they're greeters at Walmart because they have to be. So
they have more life at the end of their money, right?
So she did it. She got her.
She was talking about Master P too. She was hitting all the angles. Yeah, she made sure to hit them all.
She wanted us to talk about her. So
and it worked. It worked.
Right.
Something I think is really important about the fire movement, because on this channel everybody knows I was talking smack about fire movement for a little bit. I was talking smack about it. I think it's way more powerful to have 5 to 10 rental houses.
And that's what I'm working towards.
Right. Because I think that's a more secure, like, I can't guarantee the pension people are going to pay you. I can't guarantee Social Security going to pay you. But I know your tenant's going to need somewhere to live.
Right.
And even if the economy's crazy, they might want to stay in place longer because the economy's crazy.
Right. And I'm glad you said that. I'm working towards a certain number of rentals. So 5 to 10 is my number too. It's not really getting to the $1 million mark, but it's more of what's going to make me feel comfortable with my replacing my monthly income.
Well, and the reason I wanted to bring you on is I want more faces.
Okay.
Right. That look like us, because that's just for tech guys. That's just for people in STEM. That's just for people doing these really and not that accountants are making bank, y'all. Let's not get twisted. But I want to see more faces, especially more women, because I think sometimes it's like, oh my God, if I don't get married, I don't have a husband, I'm not gonna be rich. I'm a cat lady with no money. Like, I want to dispel that ideal that you can buy real estate independently by yourself and still get good deals.
Yes.
Have good contractors.
Yes.
And invest in your own backyard.
Yes. And I think I'm glad you hit on that, because I was very nervous about being a single woman investing. So I did the baby step, which was not Dave Ramsey baby step, my own baby step.
Right.
Which was doing something that was comfortable to me, making my primary residence an investment. So let me go through and get an FHA loan, go through the home buying process, and then kind of play around with being a landlord and see how I felt about it before getting the next property. Right. So it can be done.
Okay. So you didn't tell your tenant beside you that you owned it, right? You're like, I don't know who owned this.
You know what I did? So I actually went a lot of things I learned, and I fired a property management company along the way, replaced some contractors, and I ultimately ended up being my own property manager. So I did go with find a tenant myself, and I am managing it myself.
So do you take payments or you use Kazi? Kazi's a popular app. Kazi, what's up? All right. So what are some things you use to manage your own property?
So I have my own handyman that I contact if there's a problem. I'm very paper trail driven. Email if there's a work order that needs to be done. It's very grassroots. So using just regular email and taking payment via PayPal. I did have a lease agreement, stuff in place, you know, X, Y, and Z if I don't get my money on time. But it's very grassroots. I don't have any particular systems I'm using with it. So
but you can always change as you go.
Yeah. So I'm learning. So that's that's the point. So you can get into it. I'm only a year in right now. So
you're in 2 properties. Look at you.
2 properties in 12 months. So
Okay.
So I'm gonna get there when I'm using certain systems and stuff. Not yet.
So anything that you would like recommend somebody do if they go what you did a year ago, what would you recommend differently, or something that you could give them, like, I did this, but you might want to do this?
I would say definitely with the property management company. I wish I would have. I did interview property management companies, have my own little checklist and everything. I wish I would have actually just shopped around as if I was looking for a rental property myself for houses, to see how property management companies really work, how they really treat people. And definitely would have used more word of mouth to get contractors and handymans, which I would have did differently.
Because contractors are a beast.
Yes. So I didn't have, and I'm still looking to grow that Rolodex. So those are the two main things I would have done differently, is to, like, property management side, go hands-on and go and disguise myself as someone as a tenant to see how they treat people.
Right.
And then having a plethora of contractors and handymen to choose from, because that holds you up. If your house is not done, you can't get rent.
And you be calling people and they be like, oh, I don't know, Ricky Bobby might call you Thursday. Like, I can't stand that. Like, I like that. So hopefully we get to do like an update video in a couple months, and you get some more properties. Like, you want to come to Detroit, you need a team. Here you go.
Yes.
So what are some takeaways, at least, as we round this off from Vidcon and you went, I thought Vidcon was great this year, but what are some of your takeaways?
It was my very first Vidcon. I thought Vidcon was great. Definitely was not planning to network as much as I did. I'm an introvert. I think a lot of people there were saying they were introverts, but it's very hard for me to just go up and start talking to people. But Vidcon is so open, and it's so many like-minded people who are on the grind. It's not just people saying that they want to do stuff with a vision board. It's people that's actually out here
taking action. It's quite different.
Yes,
quite different.
And then meeting people who are in masterminds, and you're like, okay, how am I gonna get to that level, next year? So my takeaways for Vidcon was just, being able to see people that I admire from afar on social media, meeting them and see how cool they are, and just talking to them one-on-one how that grew their business. So those are my key takeaways.
So I think as an extrovert, I saw a lot of introverts, and I think people probably were quite exhausted at the end of the day, but I think they did a good job with the breakaway rooms and the breakaway sessions.
Right.
So hopefully when we're in DC next year, even better, right? Yeah. So I definitely will be more prepared.
Yeah, and I do like how they had the different tables of what you may be interested in, like the fire signs and budgeting signs. But I felt like the best networking was the organic ones. When you saw people saying hey, and then just going to dinner with random people. When people asked me to go to dinner, I just went.
Yeah, why not?
And so I met you just eating lunch, and I'm like, hey, where you from? What you do? You got to get out of your comfort zone. So, and I originally went to Vidcon saying, okay, I'm going to learn how to do an online course. I'm going to learn how to monetize my email list. And
you're like, girl, we can tell you that in 2 hours. We can tell you that in 2 hours.
So, yeah, I definitely went away with building relationships like me and you. So,
okay, awesome. So, last thing, and then we're closing out. Okay. What's something you want people to know about Detroit?
Detroit is coming back. Okay. It's a great place, but go outside of downtown Detroit. Yeah. And really get to experience the culture that's outside of downtown, and really, that's what I would say. Outside of downtown, it's more to Detroit than downtown.
For sure. Everybody, Detroit has been beautiful while we're here. It's been packed out. You had concerts, you had football, you had basketball, you had Kevin Hart. You got all kind of people going on. This is a major city. Do not sleep on this opportunity to help people like her bring it back. Yeah. So, this is Erica Williams from the Classy Climb blog. I'm closing it out for you guys. Please say goodbye to the lovely audience.
Bye, everyone. And again, I'm Tasha. I'm with Financial Garden, so check me out on Instagram and Facebook.
What's your Instagram handle?
Financial Garden, and same thing on Facebook is Financial Garden.
All right, everybody. This is Erica. Thanks.